Poppin' YouTube family. It's your boy Dwight. Welcome back to the channel. Silverback Sea Eyes. Hope all is well with everybody. First off, do me a huge favor. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that bell icon so you be notified when I post new content. Now today, we're going to hit them again for 2025. And this is Sensational Summer. Top 10 I'll be wearing and reaching for this summer. Keep it locked. Well, let's get down to business. At the number 10 spot, we're going to go to the house of the Harmonists with Yin Transformation Parfum. An amazing, powdery, floral, milky fragrance that provides you a little bit of a different nuance as far as summer's concerned, but it's definitely a summer scent. Now, it's only at the 10 spot for me because I personally like it on my wife's skin better than I like it on my skin, but that's not meaning that it's an over-the-top feminine fragrance. It just, to me, hits different when she wears it versus on my skin, but as you can see, it's still in my top 10 summer fragrances for 2025. An amazing scent profile you should get your nose on. Next one. We're headed to the house of Maison Hambre with Sceptre Malachite. Basically a God of Fire clone. So this thing here is heavy, in my opinion, on the mango. But in the notes, they got listed tangerine, like green tangerine or something like that. I still smell predominantly mango. It's a citrus aromatic fragrance that as it begins to dry down, it gets in the mid, you have some spice there and a little bit of musky and amber like combo at the end, but it's definitely going to be in rotation this summer because that mango is banging in this fragrance right here. Perfect for hot weather. Next one, a heavily inspired by fragrance that's new to the collection, and that's Moscow Mule by Paris Corner. As you can tell by the bottle, a direct clone of Kilian's Blue Moon Ginger Dash. While I can't say that this is better than Blue Moon Ginger Dash, but it's a whole lot cheaper, and it's extremely close to that scent profile for around that $40 price point. What you're going to get with this one, you're going to get some spiciness, you're going to get some citrus, especially ginger spice to back the bergamot lemon combo. And as it begins to dry down in the mid, into the opening is cement, and then heavy into the dry down. You get a little bit of green mossiness with this fragrance right here. Perfect let your hair down fragrance, but you can also mix it in, dress nicely. You just need to kind of know where you're going because it is a playful scent profile. Perfect for hot weather. Next one, we're going tropical vacation vibes with Jean-Paul Gaultier Beau Le Parfum. Every single time I smell this bottle, my first thing come to mind is vacation, cruise ships, feet in the sand at the beach, hot weather staple. But to me, it really gets a chance to show all of its nuances in some heat, in some outside type of activity, even poolside. An amazing scent profile that's sweet, woody, tonka bean riding, coconut flashing type of fragrance with some Irish throughout the life of the fragrance. Perfect for vacation and just fun in the summer. Next one, when it's time to cool down when it's hot outside, this is one I'll reach for because in my mind, it makes my body temperature cooler even though I know it really doesn't do that. And that's with Terre Eau Givree. Very excellent smelling citron note in here that also has a little bit of a mixture of like a bergamot, grapefruit type of pop. But the minerality in this, nuances in this fragrance actually gives it that cooling sensation along with the juniper berries, giving you a little bit of a gin tonic type of vibe, but it's very mild. But the mineralic nuances in here are very, very prevalent, which kind of gives you that cooling when it's smoking hot outside type of vibe with this fragrance here. One that I always plan to have in my collection, and it also proves that there is still hope for some designers that come out. Next one, a party in a bottle with Micallef GN Tonic. And that's exactly what you get with this one here. Plenty of gin with the juniper berries backing it up with some freshness due to mint within this fragrance here. It's a little earthy, but not heavily earthy. But the gin, the tonic water vibe. So it's very, very wet, moist type of fragrance with the gin nuances that run through this and mint. And then as it dries down, you get some woodiness and some vetiver and that dry deep into the dry down. A party in a bottle. If you're going to a day party or you having some fun outside at a nice warm barbecue or poolside, perfect fragrance for you right there, brothers. Next one. We're going back to vacation with Goldfield and Banks Bohemian Lime. Very, very classy scent profile. Citrus, woody, aromatic, little earthy, not too much. But notes wise, that finger lime note is something that is extremely unique. I don't smell it in a lot of fragrances. And to me, there's a difference between the finger lime note and just regular lime. Regular lime stays more citrusy, a little bit more fruity. This one here has a little bit of bitterness and some bite to it, but it makes it smell a little bit more grown and sexy, a little bit more sophisticated. And then well off into the dry down, you get some spice with that coriander and some smoothness with the sandalwood that's in this fragrance here. But when it comes to vacation vibes, shirts like what I got on right now, that fragrance draped across your skin and sprayed heavily on your shirt, holding your Bahama Mama or whatever adult beverage you decide to indulge in if you do drink. This fragrance is awesome for those atmospheres. At the number 3 spot for this year, headed to the house of Xerjoff with Torino 21. A very, very smooth, not overly nuanced mint note in this fragrance right here. And you definitely get some spice in the opening of this fragrance right here because you got mint, you got lemon, you got basil. So you have a little bit of a vegetal refreshing vibe with all the citruses that are mixed into this fragrance right here. And then you do have some blackcurrant hanging in the background and rosemary, but those are not very overpowering. They are more supporting notes to those opening spices and lemon nuances that are in that opening. And then deep into the dry down, you get a little bit of a musky vibe where it gets a little bit more calm, sits closer to the skin, but by no means does it suffer in the performance category. And it's at the number 3 spot for 2025 Sensational Summer. Now, this next one might surprise you guys how high it is on the list, but I also rank this list overall by how much I actually enjoy the scent of the fragrance versus performance and price and niche and this and that. It wasn't so much that. How much do I really enjoy the scent profile? And this one here, we're going back to the house of Paris Corner with Coconut Lagoon. An amazing candied coconut scent profile. For the money you pay for this at $40 or so, $45, you cannot beat this scent profile when it comes to the tropical coconut vibes and bang for your buck. And if I was to give it a little bit of any type of critique, it's not no beast mode summer fragrance, but summer fragrance scent profiles are hard to make beast mode because a lot of the citrus notes and the tropical vibes that come in the openings of those fragrances is pretty volatile. So when it gets hit with some heat, it's going to do some damage on the longevity of the scent profile. But I still get about 6-7 hours out of this thing right here. But them first 4 hours are heaven sent when it comes to how great it smells and how versatile it can be. An amazing scent profile at the number 2 spot. And at the number 1 spot, replacing Sicily. That's been the number 1 fragrance on my summer list for some years now. 2, if not 3 years, at least 2 years. That's why I was inducted into the Hall of Fame. But at the number 1 spot, we're going to the house of Tom Ford. Manderino di Amalfi. I love the bottle. I love the scent profile because it's extremely refreshing and delightful. No cheap fragrance, to say the least at all. Even if you find this one on discounters, you're going to pay anywhere between $200, $220 retail. On discounters, retail about $280, pushing over that $300 price point just for a 50 ml. But it's one of the best smelling citrus fragrances you're going to get your nose on. And I will say, even though it costs and it doesn't last a long time, you're going to get anywhere between that 5 and 6 hour mark, and then you got to reapply. But it's one of those ones I don't bring out on an everyday basis. This is more when I know I'm going on vacation, going somewhere fun in the sun where I want to have my scent profile make us known for itself. That's when I'll take it and I will reapply it. But like I said, that opening is amazing. It begins to speak in favor of the price tag almost, even though it is a little overpriced. These are your top 10 fragrances I'll be reaching for this year for Sensational Summer 2025. If you have some other fragrances that you think that are summer worthy that I need to get my nose on and try to maybe put it into the collection for 2026, leave a comment in the comments and let me know. And definitely make sure you guys tap in on those affiliate links that are also listed in the beginning of the video and in the description of the video. Other than that, that's my time. Peace.